Me neither, Dan. Yeah, sympathy for Rick Frazier is kind of hard to have in this. I mean, the reason Rick won't come out and talk about why he deposed Debbie is because his hands are dirty in this too, okay? And if anybody's ever wondered what David E. Taylor is over, we're going to discuss that today and why the deposition exists, why we're at here today, how we got here, everything, okay? So first of all, this deposition exists because of 10 fucking percent, everybody. 10%. Everybody's like, what the fuck's this guy mean? 10%. The fuck's 10% mean? Okay, for all you Christians out there, right, that tithe and stuff, okay? 10% is apparently the required amount you're supposed to give out of your paycheck every month. Hey, Jeddah Sheba, how you doing today? Good to see you, good to see you. So 10% is apparently what you're supposed to give, okay? Well, when Debbie, so this is how it all went down. Debbie gives over the settlement from the divorce, right? Because that's why the deposition exists, you guys. 10 fucking percent. I'm not even shitting you guys. It's 10% is the only reason we exist within this community. Is 10%, man. So when, hey, I'm seeing everybody too, man. Good evening, good evening. It is. So that's what it's all over is 10% because Rick, what happened? So Debbie, right? Rick and Debbie divorce. Okay, this is how it starts. Rick and Debbie divorce. I don't know what the circumstances are behind the divorce. All I know is they get a fucking divorce. It wouldn't surprise me if David had something to do with it. Just saying. So they get a divorce. Debbie gets a nice settlement from Rick. A nice settlement, man. A nice settlement. It's like 7 figures, man. 7 figures. She could have invested that and she could have been fucking like almost probably double or triple by now. She could have had another mill sitting in there. She just put in a high interest savings. Okay. Yep, she gave 1.6, right? Hey, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, so it was 1.6, but you also got to remember about the equity she gave in her home. She had to get lawyers. I mean, dude, it was more than that. I think when Rick said, I want to say it was closer to like 3, like 2.3, 2.4. It was a lot, man. It was a lot. It wasn't just the 1.6, man, because Debbie pulled equity. She pulled fucking money for lawyers. Yep. Dan Alexander, how you doing? Your point. Suresh Gupta, what up? Eli Gonzalez, what up, what up, what up? We're going to talk about Rick Frazier today. 10% is why the deposition exists. Hit that like, let me know you're here. So if anybody's ever wondered, like, why the fuck is that deposition out in the first place? 10%. Rick asked David, okay, so Debbie gives up the settlement, right? This is what Rick tells me. Rick won't come out here and talk to you guys about this either. He won't, unfortunately. So Rick tells me, he's like, so Debbie comes back to me, Rich. She comes back to me about, I don't know, it wasn't too long after, maybe a year or so. And she goes, well, I need more money. I need more money. Debbie's still in the fucking cult, man. Debbie's still in the cult. Now there's 42 in here, man. Hit that like. Let me know you're here, please. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Okay, cool. All right, Rachel. Drop me a text, man. Yeah. Yeah, to the water outdoors. Exactly. So 10%. 10% is why everything exists right now. Had David, so when they're going through this whole court process, right? And I'm FaceTiming with Rick. Rick FaceTimed me. We both, he hit me up one day. He's like, hey, can I talk to you? I was like, yeah, it's FaceTime. FaceTimed him. Had a nice conversation. You guys, Rick is not a fucking child molester either, okay? Let me go ahead and put that out there. Rick is a good fucking father, all right? Scammer he may be, but Rick didn't fucking molest his kids, man. He did not fucking touch his kids. He is a good fucking dad, man. He did nothing to provide for those children. And look what his fucking ex-wife drug him through, man. For real. Rick is not a pedophile, you guys. He is not a pedophile. I'll fucking vouch for Rick on that, man. Rick is a good, loving father to his children, man. So back to the settlement. So Debbie gives up the entire settlement. Danielle about to Bogdanov, hit that like, let me know you're here. She goes back to Rick, I need more money. Rick's like, well, where the fuck did all that money just go? Where's all that money? Debbie says, okay, well, I gave it to this so-and-so preacher. And he's like, okay, well, if you want more money, Debbie, I'm going to depose you because I just gave you 7 figures. Where's it at? So that's why the deposition exists, everybody's 10%, man. So Rick sees David in court one day through all this. And I remember like the conversation, it was fucking funny, man. He's like, so I see David sitting in court. He's like, I walk up to him and He's sitting there with one of his assistants. He's like, I don't know who it was at the time. And he's like, so the guy looks over. David says, oh, there's Debbie Frazier's ex-husband, you know. He's like, so I shake his hand. I'm like, hi, I'm Mr. Frazier. And he's like, hey, nice to meet you. They exchange pleasantries, right? And he's like, look, he's like, look, I respect that you're a pastor. He's like, I'm a Christian man myself, okay? But that money was meant for Debbie, and it was meant to help her get on her feet, okay? And it would be cool if you could just give back 10%, man. That's all I'm asking. Like, I'm not even asking you to give back the whole fucking 1.6. Just give back 10%. $160,000. David replies to Rick Frazier, don't be ridiculous. That was David's reply in all this, is don't be ridiculous. So Rick deposed David and Debbie and Michelle, all three of them. We won't see Debbie's deposition, though. We only have David and Michelle's. Marley! Marley! Where you at, bud? What are you doing, my man? What you doing out there, huh? Mobbing the yard? So that's Rick Frazier ultimately deposed David for 10%. And now we have all this shit. Look what happened. Look what happened in the long run. David got caught up for conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to fucking forced labor. Yeah. Yep. Rick Frazier, he won't come out and testify because he doesn't fall under the clean hands doctrine. He can't. Through their process of discovery, they would probably find out that Rick was doing some shady shit with his car deal back in the day. So I personally don't believe Rick will ever come out and do any kind of interview. He won't come out and talk. Vicky Yohe, she's going to be the one to come out and talk like, oh, everybody, I'm the victim here, okay? David E. Taylor, he really fucked me over. But where were you the last 5 years, Vicky? Hiding, fucking writing shitty books, taking money from people, running vitamin scams. So now that we have this 10%, right? Had David just paid this, we might have never had a deposition. We may never be here together as a community. We might never be talking to each other. David's greed, ultimately, is what got him. And here's the thing. I don't think there's a lot of misinformation out on this case right now, okay? Because it's big. It's big. And people are saying, oh, it was me, it was me, it was me. You want to know what I think it was? I think it was David's dumbass. Nobody fucking triggered this audit but David. When the IRS got a hold of that deposition, they're like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? This guy thinks he fucking knows everything about the fucking tax exemption? No. Fuck that. We're gonna look into him. It had nothing to do with any YouTuber, anybody. Oh, shit. So, lost train of thought. Maybe the tanks. Yeah, his greed and arrogance, yeah. Yeah, he did. He admitted to so many crimes on his own when he's in that fucking deposition. The IRS was like, fuck, we're just going to go ahead and watch this guy for a while. Yep, hit that like too, man. Let me know you're here. There's 55 people in here. But yeah, I don't think it was any YouTuber or anybody, man. I think it was just the IRS he was already on the IRS's sites, and that was that. And he just kept making mistake after mistake after mistake. And every time I had information for the feds, like, all right, we'll add it to the file. We'll add it to the file. That's how they do it. The feds just start stacking fucking paperwork up, man. They'll start stacking charges. They'll start stacking up information. The feds have only done a third of their work right now. Yeah, he got comfortable, right, babe? He got comfortable, 292. He did. He got comfortable in his lobster eating ways, and he turned into a fucking glutton. And he did. He got comfortable. He thought, fuck, I'm untouchable. Nobody's going to touch me. Nobody can fuck with me. Just like his daughter said, oh, nobody's going to touch me. Well, the IRS and the Fed said, oh, you know what, the water outdoors? All we had to do was just pay attention. You know, I hope our channel did give the victims the power and the courage to go and speak forward, knowing that there were people out here that had their back, that weren't going to let anybody fuck with them when they came here. Nobody was going to look down on them or think less of them. Quite the opposite. Fuck, we love you guys for your mistakes, man. Nobody's perfect. Fuck, I fuck up all the time. I fucked up all week this week, man. Shit. I'm fucking imperfect, man. I am far from it. Put the camera on the lobster. Come on, put the camera on the lobster. Put the fucking camera on the lobster. We need to make that into like a fucking meme for David. And you know what, 3Briggs01? It's gonna be, I guarantee, because you know what I found out is that people were already asking, Netflix had already been asking around prior to this, dude, for a while. It will be a story now on Netflix, I guarantee it. You have a start, a climax, and an end, and you have a case. You have all four elements to make a good documentary about a religious cult. Where's Joseph? They found him up at 18205 Hager Lane. No, Trip 9, the last thing Rick Frazier said to me, I don't want to talk to you. That was like 2 years ago. Yeah, Rick Frazier doesn't want to talk to me, man. I got some questions for him, man. He doesn't like me. He doesn't like me because Rick is dirty in this too, and I've called him out for it. I went back and started reinvestigating his shit, and it all led to a fucking dirty paper trail right back to him. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, Rick? It rubs the lobster on the skin. Dave's all, put the fucking lobster on the skin. I see an arrest coming for Joseph, man. I do. I do. That no bullshit. When he picked up the phone, I was like, "Hey, Rick, it's me." He's like, "I don't want to talk to you." Rick Frazier, yeah. He doesn't want anything to do with me, man. He doesn't want anything to do with me, man. I mean, he ultimately started this too. He ultimately started all this with the deposition. But I mean, David did really. I mean, David being the greedy fuck that he was and just Debbie not wanting to pony up. No, that's exactly why he can't come in and talk about anything, Josh Walsh, because he wasn't clean in it. He doesn't fall under the clean hands doctrine because he was running a scam fucking veteran car deal, man. I found out about that. He was destroying documents that were about to be taken up in court, and his guy reported him, and that's that. That case was never heard in court. And Rick embezzled a great amount of money. Oh yeah, Kathleen basically said that because we're going to be disappointed, we're basically going to fucking Minecraft ourselves and shit, if you catch my drift, right? No, there was one point where she basically said, like, we were all going to fucking walk off a cliff and shit. I was like, what the fuck? They're going to be so disappointed, they're all going to walk off a cliff. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. They're going to be all disappointed when the charges get handed down and David's sitting in prison for the rest of his fucking life on consecutive sentences. On consecutive sentences. I hope they don't run concurrent. I hope the judge hands him down consecutive. No, Mr. Taylor, you're running consecutive, not concurrent. Hey, Matt Moore, how you doing? Yeah. They apparently... Kathleen thinks we're going to off ourselves because we're going to be so disappointed when David gets out. Yeah, I got you, Oren. I got you, brother. Yep, I got you, man. But yeah, they're cult members of David's. You guys are going to be really disappointed. You guys think this is all fake and it's all not real and the shit we're putting out. Some of the stuff is AI, okay? Yes, we will admit that. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Some of the videos and some of the pictures are AI. Yes, we'll not lie about that. But as far as the arrest, the documents, those aren't AI, man. Those are real federal documents. David has been under investigation since fucking forever now. And there is no... David and his cult members, they're not going to be able to go in and lie you out of this, David. Oh yeah, Kathleen's coping big time. They all are. Hey, look at the trees. How you doing, brother? Hit that like. Let me know you're here. Appreciate y'all being here. 72. Let's get that 72 likes, man, or 72 dislikes. Yeah. Yep, it's kind of a big day. And you guys, I started a new channel because the cult is trying to actively copyright this channel. It's just called Full Frontal Investigation 2.0, okay? I haven't put any content up. I am going to record a short video tonight as content to tell everybody what's going on with the new channel because the cult is actively trying to shut me down now. No bullshit, man. I'm not even fucking close to lying. It was fucking embarrassing. Vicky Yohe went up there and embarrassed herself in front of the fucking whole world. went up there and sang. I was talking to a lot of people that don't typically watch this shit, and they watch the interview. They're like, "What the fuck?" She got up there and sang. I'm such, I'm just such a victim. But I bought the fucking Jaguar. I got the Jaguar from him. That wasn't a problem when I knew he was being a piece of shit. Hey, all the red flags were there, but hey, give me a Jaguar. Hey, the Jag's nice. Fuck the red flags. Give me the Jag. I mean, how can she sit there and fucking and say that she didn't know? She clearly said the red flags were there, but she didn't give a shit. She wanted a fucking Jaguar. She was. She's like War Pig too, man. She is. She's like, if you put like John Tall and Vicky Yohe together, you'd have like the God of War Pig, man. Yeah, Vicky is no different. She's a fucking scammer, and we've warned everybody about her. She's taken money from people in the community, swearing she was going to make a Netflix documentary and never did it and never paid the people back. We can't say enough about Vicky that she's a fucking scammer. Okay. Anybody out there that's looking to do a news bit with her, I highly, highly recommend you do your fucking background on her before you bring her on your networks and make yourself look completely fucking idiotic, okay? I know. Yeah, red flags, Jags, Twisted Tea, and Plan B. Right, look at you. Michelle's public defender. No, she's got a lawyer, bro. No, she's got a lawyer. Nope. She got a good lawyer, man. But the lawyer probably walked in and said, I'm not going to tell you who I am, but you're going to sit there and you're going to shut your mouth. You don't know David. You've never heard of the guy. You've never texted him. You've never seen him. No, she's got representation. Yeah, she's got representation. It's a hard hitter. But text messages and being found with 40 people in a call center where people are being abused, it's going to be pretty hard to defend that, Michelle. And all you've been doing is the last 12 years is fucking people over. Yeah, the lawyer's going to tell you to sit there, shut the fuck up, and take the deal. What are you going to say? I didn't know people needed to eat. Hey, been watching this creep for years. Good to see he's getting what he deserves. Appreciate you, Angus. Looking for Jingle Jones. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know you're here. Love giving shout outs, man. No, I did start a new one, though, because the cult's actively trying to copyright this channel right now. They are. They're trying. You guys, they're trying. They want to shut down the truth, man. Nothing says a cult when they're trying to shut down the truth. And they are. Yep. Yep. They are. They're actively trying to shut this channel down. The name of the new channel, it's the same as this, Full Frontal Investigation, but 2.0. It's a backup. Yes, I have to. Yep. And that's the thing. This last copyright I got, it wasn't even a legit copyright. There was no fucking music in it. YouTube is now verifying with AI. I know that now. The bees struggled this last year, man. Bees weren't good this last year. That's the thing. There wasn't even any fucking music in the fucking video, dude. That's the thing. Exactly. They're scared of the truth. They are scared of the truth, man. That's why everybody's like, you got to start a backup channel. Yep. Yep. Well, some of the stuff that's like David's jailhouse shit, like we used AI on that, right? To put a fucking jailhouse thing on him. Yeah, the new subscribers, the background with JMMI, it's a cult. They're now, the two main leaders are now under arrest for conspiracy to commit forced labor. Well, forced labor and conspiracy to commit money laundering and conspiracy to commit fraud. Yep, none of the staff are taking up for Michelle. They're all going to take up for David. Yep, none of the staff, and that's what I've been finding out from sources on the back end, to your point, is none of the people are defending Michelle. Nobody's defending Michelle. Joseph soft, David soft, Michelle soft. Hit that like. There's 90 people in here. What's up, guys? We're talking about Rick Frazier. The whole reason the deposition exists is 10%. Fuck no, Peach. I'd never go to church. I don't ever go to church. I'm just some guy. We all figured it out together. We figured out the operation and how he was running it. We were able to bring some of the survivors to the channel, allow them to come out and give their testimonies. And they spoke very openly about what happened there. They spoke very openly about what happened there, and it was really eye-opening. I mean, every time we interviewed somebody from the cult, it was the fucking MaxiPad prophecy. The Plan B shit. I think we'd heard about that too. Yep. So, yeah, and there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there right now too talking about David that don't know shit about it. There is. There's a lot of people, a lot of channels that are diluting the platform now with bullshit about David that don't know fucking half the story. Yeah, the cult members watch this channel. Yes, they absolutely do watch this channel. They have been since we started, pretty much. I'm only curious how many times my name's going to be found in David's phone. I know they're going to find emails to me. I know they're going to find text messages to me. They're going to find all kinds of shit to me, man, from David, without a doubt. Now the ones that are here just trolling right now. Yep. Show me you're not brainwashed by hitting the like. Yeah, I'm good, Hobby. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Guys, I typically don't watch any other channels about what we do content on. Like, again, I knew when this story broke, like, it would be big. All the fucking Christian content creators would come out. Oh, there's David E. Taylor, David E. Taylor. Nope, Debbie's still there, whatever. How is Rick Frazier doing? Good, I guess. I don't talk to the guy. I don't talk to the guy, so I don't know. Last time I talked to him, he said he didn't want to talk to me, so I don't talk to him. I don't call him. Eric Bryant, there were reasons behind it. It's forced fraud or coercion. Like, these people were being fucking, it was like physical abuse, psychological abuse. Dude, these people were being starved. These people were literally being tortured, Jeremiah and Eric Bryant. These people, when these people go and testify, and here's the thing, guys, real quick. Some of the people that are mentioned in the court case, I've already spoken to them. So we've already made contact with a lot of these people. I just want you guys to know that. Some of them have even spoken on the channel already. Hey, appreciate the seed. Be love cheddar. You know, some people have recommended that I do write a book about it. It would. Yeah, it would be amazing. It would be everybody. We would all write it together. We would all write it together. And I've thought about it. I'm trying to think of a title. I already kind of have about the first chapter and shit, and I've been planning it out for a couple years. Kind of what route I would go with it, how I'd chapter it out, like what I would put in it. You know, I don't know. It's still like I gotta form it up properly. I do. If I'm gonna write something like that, it has to be done properly. Yep, Prophet to Prisoner. Yeah, the story of American cult leader David E. Taylor. Yep. Prophet to Prisoner. Yep. That's a good one. Yep, Prophet to Prisoner. Yep. Prophet to Persecuted. The Deposition, man. Whatever, the Deposition. I watched the Deposition just like everybody else, guys. Yeah, we gotta wait. That could be one of the titles of the chapter. Show the lobster. Put the lobster on the camera, and we could talk about the hotel and how David would throw these lavish parties there with this shitty lobster, and like make his staff wait up all night to fucking eat, and then he'd get pissed about the camera not being put on the lobster. That could be a title of one of the chapters. Put the lobster on the camera. Like, this is real. Like, everybody that's tuning in, man, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe. We've been kind of on this for 5 years now. We gathered all David and David in one place, basically. And he didn't like that. Because David was so used to gathering everybody in one place, we did that to him. So, you are the Elliot Ness of the corrupt church world. Thanks, man. Yeah, David was pretty pissed about this, man. And one of the survivors that I talked to, he's like, man, David looked like he just got out of bed, too, with his fucked up hair. I was like, he did. Yeah, when David got raided by the feds, he was just waking up, man. He was just waking up, that guy. So, and again, 10%, that's what it says all over, man. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. No, it's got to be you. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. He didn't even say you are. He's like, you. Yeah, they came at 4 in the morning. The feds don't fuck around. No, he's not Duke minus the groove. Let me tell you something. Fucking feds. I get a kick out of the feds because I asked him. I was like, where is he? Sorry, Mr. Holmes, I was going to tell you that. Oh, the feds are so professional. I love it. I love it, man. I do. Like, and I asked him this last week. I was like, where is he? Where is he? Sorry, Mr. Holmes, we can't tell you that. They're so professional. I love it. Then I asked another question. Yeah, we can't tell you that either. Oh, man. I love it. I respect them for what they do, man. I respect them for their clandestine. You know, I do. I respect them for that. I got a lot of love for them, man. But I do have some frustrations that I vented to them about how they should be taking down all their social media pages. Not all of them, but the 3 main pages that have facilitated the criminal acts. The KOGGC, the main David E. Taylor page, and his main Facebook page, right? They need to take down 3 pages. That's all I said. I was like, you guys need to write warrants for those 3 pages, the ones that were used to facilitate the crimes, and you need to take those down. Let them fucking start other pages, cool, that's fine. But the ones that were used to make the crimes, you need to take that down. It's like you're putting out a fire without going back and sweeping up the fucking embers. You're gonna fucking have another situation occur. David ain't getting out of jail. He ain't ever seen the fucking light of day again. I guarantee that. These charges are steep. They're serious. And there's no way David or Michelle can say, oh, I didn't know people needed to eat, you know? We didn't have enough lobster and crab legs. Yes, they are. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Yep, there's mountains of proof. There's mountains of proof. And there's thousands of text messages, you guys. Not hundreds, thousands. Thousands. Right now, because the reason they haven't been shut down yet, and this is what I've been told, no convictions. There's not any convictions yet. The indictment's just barely been open. And yeah, there's thousands of text messages, you guys. We only saw a little bit. Imagine what thousands of text messages are going to say when they open up fucking David's phone. Emails, text messages, pictures, phone calls, whatever. You guys, David's phone is the mecca of all this, and I keep saying that. David's phone, any kind of device David had, phone, tablet, computer, fucking crypto wallet, whatever, now belongs to the government. When the government opens all that shit up, it will explain the entire operation. It will explain everything to everybody. It's going to be like a fucking masterpiece was painted. They'll be like, holy shit. David's phone is the key in all this. They're going to find everything in there. They will find everything in there, man. And we keep saying, I feel sorry for the Fed who opens that phone. They're going to need fucking intense psychotherapy for like the next 10 years. And I believe it. Whatever they're going to find in David's phone, I think they're going to have to write more warrants. I think the feds are eventually going to have to write more warrants for David. They're going to have to write more warrants for more people. Joseph, Crypt Keeper. I was just talking to Trip 9. I was like, what if he's like on a bunch of like dating apps and it's just David getting rejected by a bunch of fucking women and shit. David's like on all these like POF, Tinder, Bumble, like trying to get fucking like women and shit, and they're all just rejecting him. His contacts are all restaurants, Gucci stores. Well, he doesn't fit Gucci anymore, so it's just mostly restaurants. And I've been kind of hearing about that. Yeah, people have gone missing around this organization. Yeah, man. I think we've barely tapped the surface of this, man. I really do. I think we've barely tapped the surface of this. Why would he? David's Mr. fucking Big Balls Johnson. He fucking doesn't need to encrypt anything. Jesus encrypts his messages. Jesus encrypts my phone. Dumb shit. Yeah, he wouldn't encrypt it. Nope. Everything went to David's phone and came from David's phone, including his Krispy Kreme orders. They're probably gonna find a fucking lifetime supply of Krispy Kreme donut orders in there and shit. It's just like they would always have an order on hand for David. Yeah, David didn't use encryption. Yeah, you should see his emails. They're pretty shitty. No. David has some funky ass emails, man. When David sends you an email, you know. Because it's like, he'll type and then there'll be like 3 spaces and then like a fucking exclamation point and then 3 spaces and then he'll start typing again. It's really weird. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, 20 years, man. Yep. Yep. Again, this is just the iceberg on this. We've just barely got to the tip of it, man. Again, once they start opening phones and they start dissecting evidence, all the paperwork, you guys, again, you saw the paperwork that came out of these locations, man. You guys saw what came out of these locations. It wasn't a joke. The IRS was there. The feds were there. They were looking. They know what they were wanting too. And they got their warrants and they went and got what they wanted. Devices, everything, paperwork, tax documents, everything, vehicles, everything that was used to facilitate this criminal organization will be eventually taken back by the government. Nah, he's just singing hymns in prison. Nah, he's singing hymns in prison. Exactly. I know, they like, you know what's funny, your point is they raided him right when David had all these fucking brand new Mercedes and shit fucking with big bows on him. They're like, hey, let's go raid him now. Like he put bows on the cars for us. Let's just go get him. Let's go get our presents. Yeah, they're like, fuck, let's see if he amasses any more wealth. Yeah, let's see if he amasses any more wealth. Exactly. And he sure as shit did. And they're like, okay, now it's time. Yeah, armored cars, David. Michelle, armored cars. You guys, what the fuck are you guys doing? He's like, I need bulletproof cars, everybody, okay? Because you know what? I'm just that important. Somebody might try to hurt me. I know, from sitting on Jesus's lap to sitting on Bubba's lap. Yeah, David's not going to do well in prison, man. David won't do well in prison. He's going to, it'll be very hard for him in prison. All right, what are you doing? They are, the assets got frozen. Yep. Jury doctor, and I've expressed some anger to them about that. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. They didn't even buy him. Hey, be good, 292B. Yeah. She didn't, like, they didn't even fucking buy him. They were leased, so they went and bulletproofed him. David's all, I'm going to lease to buy, okay? Hey, at least we'll get him back bulletproofed. At least we'll get him back up armored if I don't make the payments on him. Again, if David was such a ballin' fucking baller, why didn't he just go ahead and pay those off with the money? Dude, bobbleheads, so expensive. Yeah. Yep. So 10%, everybody. That's why Rick Frazier deposed David was 10%, because David didn't give back 10% when Rick asked him to. He's like, can you just give her back 10%? David's like, nope, can't do that. Can't give back 10%. Sorry about that. Don't be ridiculous, Rick. It's my money now. Sorry about that, Rick. Sorry about the money that I kept from your wife's divorce. It's now mine, and I'm going to go ahead and blow $10,000. Hey, Joe Beasy, how you doing? I'm going to go ahead and blow $10,000 on some crab legs, okay? Cool? Groovy? I know, first chapter, 10%. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 10% first chapter. 10%. Hey, American Lady, how you doing? Hey, thanks for the email, American Lady. I appreciate that. I read those, and if... she is next. She's next. Eric Widman, I can. David thought he was Mr. fucking Big Balls, dude. Yeah, he's all, I'd love to give back the money, but presently we don't, you know, so we're just going to go ahead and keep it. We just don't have the money to give back right now, everybody, okay? We're kind of broke. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to go ahead and keep that fucking, you know, that 1.6 million that Debbie gave me. Rick, don't be ridiculous. She doesn't need the money. I need it more than her, okay? I'm gonna go buy a residential center and then renege on the deal and fucking take it through court for 4 fucking years. Yeah, David's wife is gonna be a Fifi. David's gonna be the master Fifi maker in prison. David's like, what's a Fifi? That's the only fucking thing David's gonna get the rest of his life. Probably just going to experience that literally and consistently where he's going. I know, just to be close to you. All the other prisoners are gonna use David for fucking warmth. They'd be like, hey, that guy keeps you warm at night. Go sleep next to him. Come here, buddy. How you doing, my son? Yeah, everybody, that's what we were talking about here just a bit ago, Dallas. Yeah. Yeah. And that wouldn't be done with AI. It would be all done from my fucking brain. I wouldn't use any AI in it. It would all be done with the wits and the fucking knowledge that we've possessed and gained through this. It wouldn't be anything but. There would be no, I wouldn't even fucking dare about putting AI on a book like that. It would take away the originality in it. I would post certain emails. I still have all the emails with regards to certain things about David that I've sent out to certain people with responses. I'm of course going to have to redact certain information, obviously, like names, phone numbers, shit like that. But I will be sure to put those in the book to prove like, hey, this was this process that we went through in order to bring this down. Hey, Chris Brynjolfsson, how you doing? What's on the prison menu tonight? I don't know. David's all suppositories. He's like, hey, can you shove the food up my ass? Hey, hallelujah, brother Thice. Yeah, bologna sandwich. Hey, James, how you doing, man? Hit that like, subscribe. Let me know you're here. Give you a shout out. Yeah, it's so comforting to know that David had his rug pulled out from underneath him in a matter of fucking moments and his fall from grace. Well, yeah. That it's gotta be a real fucking mind fuck for David at this point. Yeah, thanks, James. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, I figured I'd throw up a live for an hour and kind of revamp some of the stuff we talked about and why the deposition exists. And it's 10%. No bullshit. When we kind of dissected this, hey, my hooks, I know, it does. It feels good, right? Hit that like and subscribe, man. Appreciate you all being here. This is all over 10%. Scientology. I don't know if Moneypenny's going to pick up today. Let's see if Moneypenny picks up today. So, goddamn, it's that Frank Richardson guy. That son of a bitch. Watch. He's going to say my name.
Good afternoon, Church of Scientology International.
Hi, Moneypenny. It's Frank Richardson. How are you doing today, ma'am? I was wondering if I could... fucking... Oh shit! Fucking Moneypenny's a hater. All I need to do is say my name's Frank Richardson. Click. She's very suppressive. Moneypenny's like, you know, that guy's a real fucking suppressive asshole. You know, I don't like what he does to me. Really fucking tired of his shit. I'm just gonna hang up on him from now on. Yeah, Jeffrey Jordan sending his staff on trips to Disneyland. No, there's pictures of him taking his staff to Disneyland on donor money. Yeah. Rick, he's all, hey, Rick, thanks for the Disneyland trip. Appreciate it. Thanks for the divorce settlement, Rick. Takes his whole staff. He's all, come on, everybody, let's go to Disneyland. Because David likes to go ride the little kiddie rides. So yeah, anybody's just tuning in, man. If you don't know why this all exists or why David was deposed, it was all 10%, man. You did, Anonymous? Oh yeah, persecution. Oh, it's divine persecution, everybody. You know, Apostle, he's just this great man of God, and this is all just divine persecution. No, this has nothing to do with persecution. Yeah, there's still people there, and it's unfortunate. Some of these people will call David general and apostle till they die, dude. It's very, very sad, man. These people, some of these people will die in their ignorance, man. Some of these people will die with their ignorance of David, man. They will go to the grave defending him as an apostle. It is a very unique situation, man. I would never go to the grave defending some piece of shit like that. I'd be like, an apostle? The fuck out of here. This guy's no fucking apostle. Fucking bullshit. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do some forced labor to you guys. Yeah, and I don't do too. Hey, Deonta, I get it with the MAGA shit, but like, I try not to get too political on here, man, because in retrospect, our government's a fucking cold. If you want to talk about it. Yeah, this was a pretty big case, man. This was a pretty big case. Yep. Bitch and do it, Anonymous. Yeah. And Deontay, yeah, I'm with you, man. I know God gonna get you. He's all, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. You know, David was a man of the cloth, but not the type of cloth that we talk about. David was like a man of the cloth from the pad, right? He's all the cloth. Oh yeah, the pad. I know what you guys mean. He's all, I'm a man of the cloth. He's all, let me go and show you what man of the cloth means. He pulls out a shitty maxi pad from his drawers. He's all, this is what man of the cloth means. Oh man. Sitting there doing the Tay-Tay shuffle with his fucking maxi pad stuck up his ass. The previous ass clip is like, is that why he's like shuffles side to side? He's all, yeah, you just answered your own question. I appreciate you guys being here with it, Michael H. Long. No, it was everybody, dude. Michael H. Long, I got your photos. No, dude, it was everybody. No, dude, it was so great, dude. Like everybody had eyes on this place. David couldn't do shit without us knowing. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, and that's the really cool thing about this whole situation with David, right? Is that David literally committed all of his crimes on social media and did it right in front of everybody. Said, you can't do anything to me. I'm untouchable." FBI's like, "Tag, you're it, David. Tag." It was RAAN. Yeah, and that's what I was just saying. It wasn't, nobody on YouTube or social media triggered that fucking audit. David triggered that audit. Everybody's out there, oh, it's me, it was me. It wasn't even us. It wasn't us. We did a lot of reporting on him for sure, but we single-handedly didn't trigger any type of fucking audit. They were already looking into David prior to us, man. The deposition, let me tell you something. What I found out, man, and this is from other LEO sources. I'm not going to say, but they're LEOs. When people like this make a shithead of themselves on social media, they tend to get picked up pretty quick by law enforcement, and they tend to get watched real close. And I was told that specifically, like, yeah, David came on our radar a while ago, and it wasn't hard for us to pick him up, and that he's been on the fucking radar. So don't do stupid shit on social media, because if you do, let me tell you something. There's law enforcement that just watch channels to see what people are doing, man. It's not a fucking joke. It was very smart for like the social media world and cops, because people got dumb when they went on social media. They're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do all this dumb shit on social media, commit my crimes. Hey, you know what? Just fucking build my case for the court. Great idea, right? I watch so many people on social media build fucking court cases for themselves. I'm like, I would never do that, man. I would never go out and build my own court case on my own fucking channel or film my own shit to give to a court and be like, hey, go ahead and fucking put me in prison for life. But some people do it, like David E. Taylor. Yep. Like rappers putting their CRI. Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb to go out and commit crimes on social media. Okay, her angle is a paycheck. If you've read the indictment, Deonta, it all it is with her, she was the number 2 in command, dude. Michelle is a bitch. Michelle's evil, dude. I found that out through several sources in this, man. Michelle's an evil bitch, dude. She ain't getting out on this one easy. She's gonna do some time, man. And if she was smart, she'd shut her fucking trap. But Michelle, this is all a paycheck for her. She's been doing this for the last 12 years, man. I don't know yet, Daffy Dill. Not that I've heard. They might be bugging out of Michigan altogether. They could be. They could. Back to Houston, if you want to bet. Back to Houston. So to bet they go back to Houston. Yeah, exactly. David was really disconnected all this. He went up on stage wishing death on people, me included. Michelle, yeah, I think she was doing drugs. Yeah, I think she was doing some fucking, yeah, some of that little fucking Florida Bammer. Yep, I do. Absolutely. Looking at her face now, she looked hard up. She looked hard up like she'd been fucking doing some banger, man. Yep. I'm going to, dude. I'm gonna write David in prison. I swear to God, I'm going to. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this guy to serve him for me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to get served. I'm serving him, and I'm gonna sue him. Whenever I don't even know where he's at, but that's what lawyers do. They find out where he's at. So, yeah. Yeah, no, delusional and zero self-awareness. Yeah, she looks bad. She does. She looks like she has the face of a drug addict. She does. Yep, she looks tired. She looks beat down and worn out. She looks beat down and worn out, man. Yep. She looks beat down and worn out and just fucking put away wet. David was in Durham, North Carolina. No. When they found David Ben Bowman, they found him in North Carolina in some church. If Michelle was smart, she'd shut her fucking mouth and not say a word, actually, Renee Williams. She would be taught, yeah, she'd be spilling the beans, but that's about it. She wouldn't be saying shit else. Yep. Michelle would be smart, but she'd also be wise to shut the fuck up and not say a shit about David. She retained a lawyer. No, they found him in some church in North Carolina, man. No, they found him in a church in North Carolina. No, he was hiding. Dude, David was hiding. He didn't want to be found, man. Hold up. I got you, Uncle Jake. I'm going to forward this information to who you just texted me about, okay? Okay, cool. There we go. Ow, fucking mosquitoes, man. Coming out. Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah, Paula Dawn was hiding him, yeah. Yeah, David was hiding. He didn't want to be found, man. He didn't. David wasting church money? Like, okay. Dude, David was dumping fucking church money, man. David was fucking just blowing through church money. It's hard to imagine how much money he fucking actually blew through in all this, man. It's really hard to believe how much he actually blew through. I think the 50 million is a small exaggeration of what the actual number is. I think we could be looking at 3 to 4 times that amount sometimes. He's been doing this 30 years, man. He hasn't been just doing this 12 years. No, he's been doing this a long time. He's been scamming and he's been doing this shit for a long fucking time. I do believe there's hella more money involved. Catherine, oh yeah, Catherine's next. No, Catherine Crick is next. She's on our list. No, she's on our list. She's been. And Catherine, if you're watching, Catherine, let me tell you something. You're next, man. Yep. Nope, Catherine's next, Ben Bowman. Catherine's next. She knows it, and I know she knows it. I'll get to ride Moses' chariot at the Biblical Amusement Park. Marlon. So, yeah, stream about tonight is Rick Frazier. 10%, everybody. That's why everything is in place where it is right now. Is 10%. David didn't give it back, and that's all Rick Frazier asked for was to so Debbie could get on her feet. So, just David being a greedy fuck. This is why we're all here. Had David not been greedy, we would never had a deposition. You're a chariot wheel under the red seat of me. Okay. Okay, hang on. Got you, Uncle Jake. Tracking. Okay. Yeah, and Uncle Jake, answer to your question, yes, he is. Yes. Yeah, he did. He called me a chariot wheel. You a chariot wheel under the red seat of me. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm gonna say that his name. He got that other name out there, but his real name is Rich Holmes. You hear me, Rich? You gonna die. God gonna get you. Yeah. 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 He did. Yep. And that's how we knew David was losing control of everything. Was when he put that out there on the channel. Yeah. I bet David cries every night. Yeah. Yep. I'm sure David's like he's trying to figure out how to get out of this right now. I'll bet he ain't singing hymns anymore. I'll bet he ain't singing hymns this week. No, David probably hasn't even showered yet. I wonder if the jailers are worried about David scamming all the inmates. Yeah, he's going to play crazy angle. No, I'm with you, your point. I think David's going to play crazy angle. Yeah, I think he'll play crazy angle. Yes. Yeah, he'll play crazy. He already is, actually, so it doesn't surprise me that he is. Not one bit. Yep, he'll try to get the insanity plea. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. I think he'll try to take insanity. Yeah. The feds aren't a revolving door. When they got you, they got you. This is. No. Hey, MJ. No, dude, do you think the feds ain't going to study this? This is a fucking big learning experience for everybody. No, sir. No. This is a case study. Nope. No, this is a case study, my guy. No, David's fucked. David's fucked in so many ways. They're going to study him. That's what, dude. You think the first thing they're going to do is take somebody like that to prison? No, they're going to put his ass on a fucking psych hold, dude. No, they're going to put him in a fucking tank and put in a visitor request as Lance. Like, yeah, there's some guy named Lance Erickson here or something, man. Lance Hendrickson. Put in a visitor as Lance. Show up. He'd be like, oh. He'd probably just turn around. He wouldn't talk to me, man. I don't know. Wonder how heads roll. Seeing hired. Yeah, no. Yeah. Be like, Lance wants to. This guy named Lance has a confessional or something. A few times, only 3 of the same damn shirt. I'll be in my mother-in-law gave me one every year. I live in Tampa. Yeah. Live in Texas. It tends to get cold here. It's a little chilly here in Texas. So, yeah, 10%, everybody. 10% is why the deposition exists. Fucking dragonflies eating my fucking bees. Fuckers. Hey, Uncle Jake, remember I told you the dragonflies eat my bees? They're all here right now. They're flying around my bee yard. They're all over right here. The bees are coming in for the night. Fuckers. Birds and the dragonflies eating my fucking bees. Paula White, get him out. Yeah, right. Paula White's be like, I don't want nothing to do with this piece of shit. Well, no, he's going to go through a dopamine withdrawal, you guys. No, he's gonna go through with like social withdrawals, but he's also gonna go through dopamine withdrawals, man, because David's just so used to getting everything that he wants, getting his way, people bowing down to him, and now all that stopped. All that stopped in an instant, man. He's gonna deal with some real fucking insane fucking like withdrawals from life. Think about that. Think of David's life, and it's his rug's just been pulled out from underneath him. Him and Michelle both, their entire life. So do you think that this church where David was found, David's safe house? I think that was his safe house. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I didn't know it was Paula Dom's church till recently. I knew something was back in Durham, but I wasn't sure what. But now I know. He was hiding out in Paula Dom's church. Yeah, that was his shutaway place. But see where he was there, like David drove everywhere. So if he wanted to go somewhere, he'd just get in a car and he'd get taken somewhere. So everybody would just drive him everywhere he wanted to. They'd chauffeur him. That's how you do it. The Wars had personal chauffeurs. So yeah, that's where David was 100% hiding out. You see the place, and it's off the beaten path. It's someplace you would never expect, really. And that's where they found him. David fractured the cult, man. He broke everybody up. He's like, that was it. Something tells me he kind of knew something was coming down the pipe. Because that last week that he did his so-called fucking miracle crusades and shit. Yeah, a can of brake cleaner, Uncle Jake. And a can of brake cleaner. Not natural, but it's a predator. It'll fucking kill him. It's proprietary, yeah. Oh, they did. They raised the fence height also without permission from the owner. Yeah, and again, once food becomes scarce, I was talking to Trip 9 about this earlier. Once food becomes scarce and money runs out and dries up, people are just going to start going home. Once food becomes an issue, guarantee it. Food. People need to eat, man. The very basic need in life. Fucking consumption of mass quantities. People have to eat, man. If people aren't eating, they're going to get the fuck out. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up too here, Cat Mom. I was only going to do 1 hour tonight and talk about why the deposition exists, and it's 10%. It's 10%. I know, to hear how illiterate David was in the deposition, that's what got him busted. That's what got him busted. Let me tell you something. It wasn't anybody on the fucking internet. No, it was government. The government got involved with David. They probably saw his deposition and be like, what the fuck is this? Hey, Edwin Luckman, how you doing, man? We're just about to wrap it up, man. I only did 1 hour. If you want to go back and watch it, I got to, man. I got to get up and do work in the morning and shit. I got stuff to do. I got to adult, dude. I got to adult, unfortunately. Got to pay bills. I have a clusterfuck of a mess up in the roof of my house, in my attic. Dude, it's, yeah, I don't even want to get into that. These are oak trees right here. A lot of these are oaks. I got some cedar trees, but most of these are big oak trees right here. These are all, I got some bur oaks out back. I got a nice Japanese maple over here. These I think these might be dogwoods back here. Not sure. Not sure what these are back here, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, most of these are live oak, bur oak, shit like that. So, but yeah, everybody, the reason everything is where we're at today, right? Okay, this is where I'm gonna close it out at. No, Vicky Yohe's gonna fucking play the victim. She went on fucking Tampa 10 and sang. How fucking pathetic can she actually be? Seriously, that was embarrassing, Vicky. You look so pathetic going on that fucking news, and I knew you would. I knew you'd be the first one out there, Vicky. And people that don't really know who you are, it was pathetic. It was embarrassing, to say the least. You're like, I like to date attractive men, and then you fucking dating a fucking slobby ass piece of shit that don't wipe his ass. 2008 to present. Yeah, singing and promoting her book. Yeah, it was pathetic. It was her. That was Vicky, right? That was Vicky. She was out there promoting her book. She wanted out there. You know how I know people are looking for a paycheck in this, everybody? Let me tell you something. I'm not looking for one. I'll tell everybody that, okay? Channel's monetized, yeah, but the cult's actively trying to shut it down. If it happens, guess what? I'll start another one. I already did anyways. When I called to give over some information to one of these news agencies, okay? It was WFLA 8, and I did that about a week ago. And no, it was 4 days ago. And I told the lady, I was like, look, I'm an investigative journalist, our community is, and we've been tracking this cult for a while. And I have a lot of content that doesn't exist, that nobody has, that could possibly help you write your stories. She's like, wait, are you wanting to get paid? I was like, fuck no. I was like, can you guys just write the fucking story? And she's like, oh yeah, here's my email. So I knew something tells me people are out there looking for a paycheck on this story. Okay? I want everybody to know that. Yeah, Vicky wants a check. That's why she went. Tampa 10 paid her, and now they're probably finding out what a fucking clown ass bitch she is. Like, fuck, we had her on. When I got that response, you guys, I read between the lines. I don't hear what I hear what people tell me, but I also read between the lines. When she said that, I was like, damn, people are looking for a paycheck on this story. That was the first thing she asked me. Wait, are you want to get paid? I was like, fuck no. I was like, I make my own money, lady. Why do I want to get paid? I was like, I just want you guys to write the story properly. And I was like, you can use my name or not. I don't give a shit. But I was like, there's shit here that should be dissected. And you guys should fucking pass around your news station. And you guys decide what to do with it. If you want to get in touch with me, cool. I don't care. Either way, I don't want a paycheck. But I have a lot of content that could possibly help you guys write this entire story properly, so we can get the entire story out to the public about what actually took place here, not bits and pieces. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Yep. Yep. And based off, I'm almost ready to fucking demonetize the channel, man. I'm suing David too. I'm suing him. Yep. Anybody that David owes money to right now, hey, sue him. Sue him. Get your charges. Start suing him. That's what I would do. It's been so hard to get a hold of this guy. Well, now we know where he's at. All his assets are frozen. Hey, you guys want to get your money back, start suing this piece of shit. Start getting your charges, bring up your bank accounts, find out where he owes you money. Anybody that David owes money to, movie prop rentals, guess what? Here's your chance. You already know where he's at. Sue the piece of shit. All the money's going to be liquidated. His houses are going to be sold eventually, because this was indeed a criminal organization. All over 10%, everybody. So when you go to bed tonight and you think about, damn, why does this whole fucking thing exist? Seriously, why does this whole deposition exist? 10%. 10 fucking percent, everybody. Dead serious. That is the words that Rick spoke to me. 10%. He's like, I just asked him to give back 10%. And when he told me not to be ridiculous, he's like, that's when I decided to depose him. I was like, so it's literally over 10%. He's like, yeah, dude. I was like, fuck, dude. Such a greedy little fucker, man. Yeah. And in the end, look, 10%, and all this shit's going to get auctioned off and dispersed back out to... Here's another thing. Me and Uncle Jake were talking about this. If there's anybody out there, these are the kinds of lawsuits where you can press class action lawsuits, man, and you can get a lot of fucking money. So if there is anybody out there that's been scammed, money taken from them, if all of you survivors come forward and you get together and you press one big suit against David, there'll be lawyers all over the fucking country looking to suck this bad boy fucking dry. Swear to God, man. That is how these lawyers work. They love the money. And if there's people out there, again, that have been victimized by David, and you're like, I want my fucking money back, now would be the time for all of you guys to get together. You would have to do it as a group. That's why it's called class action, because it's everybody. You could get, say, some of the survivors, maybe people he scammed. This would be the perfect opportunity to set an example of how a class action lawsuit should be applied to a fucking case like this, a federal case with all this money involved. Shit, lawyers would be lining up. Fuck, we'll help you. We'll help you. We see a big fucking payday right here. Look at all these properties they have. Look at all this. They have all these cars, houses, money, boats. Got you, Legion. Appreciate you. So I'm going to wrap it up now, man. I went 5 over. Anybody that's ever wondered why we all exist, why the deposition exists, why David E. Taylor is where he is now, 10%. 10%. Y'all have a good night.